Okay, so I don't really have memories of 94 because I was born in 91. So meaning I was about 3 years old during 94. 94 and before that 92, a lot of photographers were obviously photographing the struggle, and a lot of photographers were photographing the time of negotiation. The struggle is different now, the struggle for poverty. So people are still looking for those poverty-stricken kids, those drug addicts. There's still that pain that's been carried that I think came from a legacy of years and years of shooting pain, and it's kind of just carried down, and we reproduce the cycle of poverty and pain in documentary photography. It impacts my work as well, in that in my work, I I think it impacted in a good way, in that I try to remove myself from documenting that pain and reproducing that pain, but rather I look at the struggle obviously that exists now, but in a different way. In a lot of my work, I look at colonial history. Well, the work that I did last year in particular, I looked at colonial history and how the tweed jacket with initiates wear in my work was influenced by colonial history, and these are clothings that are still worn today. However, the history has been given a twist to it, and they mean something different. They're worn differently as well. So, I think the struggle continues to exist, but we portray it in different ways as we take the history from the past and we continue to recreate it, but talking about a different struggle that exists today. I guess talking about the legacy of apartheid or the colonial legacy that kind of still shows itself in our contemporary society. Photography has changed a lot because we're talking about struggle photography here. It's gone from taking photographs of, obviously there were wars happening and there were things happening, and I think as things change, I think photography has become more personal. We tell our own personal stories. Our stories are no longer necessarily about the everything else that's happening. Yes, they are, but we're taking our own personal stories and we're taking our own personal take in portraying the things that are happening.